Hi. In this video, I'm going to discuss SLMC 8 2023 paper easy questions. Okay, let's go to the questions. Okay, hope you can see my screen and you can see the power page. So you can actually pause the video and have a look. It contains the scoring system, right? Okay, so we'll now go straight to the questions, right? Question number 1. What digit should replace the letter A so that the following calculation is correct? Right. So here we have an equation, right? And I hope you know how to solve equations, simple equations. So this is an equation in one unknown. So we'll see how we can solve this and find A, which actually stands for the digit that should replace for a digit, right? Okay. So this is 23 plus 20 times A. We can write without using the multiplication symbol. 20A is equal to 2023. And then we need to solve this for A, right? So we bring 23 to the right-hand side. So then it is 20 times A is equal to 2023 minus 23. So that is 2000, right? And then A is actually is equal to 2000 divided by 20, which is 100, right? So 100 is the answer. Okay, so an easy question. So let's move on. Mina thinks of a number, multiplies it by 10 and adds 7 to the answer, she gets 77, right? So we can actually find the answer by reversing what she did, right? First, she added 7. She got the final answer by adding 7. So if we subtract 7 from 77, right, which is 70, must be the answer when she gets by multiplying the number she thought by 10. So now let's reverse that action by dividing 70 by 10, right? And that is 7. So she must have thought 7, right? And we can check whether what we have done is correct. So when you multiply 7 by 10, you get 70, right? So that is what actually we got here. And then when you add 7, you get 77, right? So 7 must be the answer, right? Okay. You can even draw a flow chart. And then you can work backwards. Actually, that's what we did here, right? So if we draw a flow chart, right? Here's a number she thought, we don't know what it is. And then she multiplied it by 10, right? And then she got an answer that also we don't know. And then finally she added 7, right? And she got 77, right? And then here we actually work backwards, right? Started with 77, and then we reverse the second action, and that by subtracting 7, right? And then we got 70, right? And that too, we found the number she thought by reversing the first action, and that is dividing by 7, right? So she she taught 7, right? Okay, so that explains what we did, right? So this is called working backwards, right? So working backwards. And he also with the same, we use the same strategy, and then I actually explained it further by drawing a flow chart. All right. So let's look at the third question. So here, in which of the following squares is a fraction? Um, okay, so let's look at the third question. In which of the following squares is the fraction of shaded area the largest, right? So let's look at the shaded area in each of these responses, right? And in the response A, we have, now the square is divided into, you can see that 8 triangles, right? 8 triangles, right? So here you can see that these are all congruent triangles, congruent, right? Equal in shape and size, right? And you can see that two of those triangles are shaded here. So that means the shaded area here is 2 over 8, right? And in the response B, again, two of those are shaded, right? And in third response, you can see that uh, four of those are, sorry, it's not 4. Actually, now in this figure, the square is divided into 16 congruent triangles, 16, right? So you can see that here, there are 16 congruent triangles, right? So each square is divided into 4 triangles. So the big square is divided into 16 congruent triangles, and then 4 of those 16 are shaded. So this is 16 of 4. And again here, 4 of those 16 triangles, 4 over 16. And here, 5 of those 16 triangles, right? And now we can compare these ratios, fractions, right? Because the denominators are different, 8 and 16. So either we can bring the denominators here, right, into 8, right? Or we can actually easily bring the denominator of these fractions into 16, right? And them into 16. So by multiplying top and the bottom by 2, right? So then this becomes 4 over 16. And this also becomes 4 over 16. And sorry. So which one which one is the largest fraction? Of course, the last one, right? So the answer is, right, E, right? Okay, so let's move on to the next question, right? How many 2-digit numbers have units digit 1 or 2? So I'm going to draw 2 boxes, one for the tens place and one for the ones place, right? The tens place can have 9 digits, 9 choices, right? Because you can't have 0 there. And the ones ones box can have 2 choices, right? So when you multiply these two together, you get 18. And by the multiplication principle, there are 18 two-digit numbers with the units digit 1 or 2, right? We can also do this by making a systematic list, right? All right, number 5. One its age in years is an odd number less than 15, and one more than his age is a multiple of 5. What is his age? So, now what are the odd numbers less than 15? So, those are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. And you can see that all the given responses are odd numbers. So one of them has to be the answer. And one more than his age has to be a multiple of 5. So you simply check, if you add 1 to one of each of these responses, which one, gets you a multiple of 5. And that is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. Okay. So that's the answer. So let's move on. In the figure below, any two regions with common boundary should be colored in different colors. What is the minimum number of colors needed, right? So this is like coloring a map. And you know that when you color a map, right? So you want to minimize the number of colors, right? So what you do is that if two countries have the same border, then we use different colors. So here we have a nice map. The countries are made of straight line segments, they're borders, right? So let's give this square country in the middle red color, and then there's a triangular country bordering this. So, in which I put a dot. So let's color that in blue, and then this one, in which I put a dot, this triangle country. So red, blue, green, because it borders a blue country and red country, right? And then here I'm going to put a dot, and that one, of course, borders a green country and red country. So we can give blue because we don't want to waste our colors. So we give blue, and then here I put a dot, and that country borders a blue country, red country, and a blue country. So let's give it green, right? And then this country, in which I put a dot, right? It actually borders with green country, blue country, green country, blue country. So let's give it red. So we managed to color this world map, right? It's a very nice world map, right? So we have a square country, 4 triangular countries, and one actually, what it is. So it's actually, a rectangle, and so it's a strange shaped country, right? So how many colors did we use? We used 3 colors, right? All right, so we found the answer. Now you can actually Google and find out about 4-color theorem, right? 4-color theorem. So you may not be able to understand the proof of this theorem, right? But you can easily understand the statement. So I want you to Google and find out the 4-color theorem, right? All right, let's move on to the next question, number 7. Praveen and Pavani have the same number of marbles. If Praveen gives 3 marbles to Pavani, then how many more marbles does Pavani have more than Praveen? Now, as I say, pause the video and do it and come back and watch how I solve it. Okay, hope you at least attempted this problem, right? Now, the number of marbles Praveen has after his generous donation of 3 marbles to Pavani is now he has X number of marbles, right? And then Pavani after getting the donation from Praveen, she has Y number of marbles, right? But before the donation, right? So donation was 3 marbles. So x minus 3 is equal to, should be equal to y plus 3. Now this is actually um, what Pavani has now, and then sorry, uh, yes. So Pavani actually yeah. So Pavani has wait a minute. So x is what Praveen has, right? So now, right? So then actually we need to add 3 to get to what he had before, right? And then here we need to subtract 3 from Pavani to get to what she had before, right? And these numbers are equal, right? And then now this is an equation, right? In it has two unknowns x and y. So we want to find out how many more marbles does Pavani has uh, more than Praveen. So that is actually y minus x. So we bring x to the right-hand side, right? And then we bring this -3 to the left-hand side. So this is left-hand side, right? So then what is y minus x? It is actually 3 plus 3, which is 6. So those of you uh, who know how to solve equations, this is actually nothing new. So Pavani has 6 more than Praveen. The answer is 6, right? But you can even solve this without using equations, right? Here's, Praveen and Pavani before the uh, the transaction, right? And when Praveen gave um, to, 3 to Pavani, his number of marbles got decreased by 3, right? Here's, what Praveen has now, and then Pavani got 3 from Praveen, and her number went up to this level, so 3, and this is different, right? Pavani has this many more than Praveen, and that is actually 6. Okay, all right. So let's go to the next question, right? Why is a kangaroo? Kangaroo is stuck inside some nice, uh, yeah, 2 polygons. One is a square, one is a triangle, and a circle. Now, is it stuck in the circle? Let's shade the circle in blue, right? And you can see that kangaroo doesn't get painted. So that means kangaroo is outside the circle, right? So inside the circle, this can't be. Inside the circle, this can't be, right? Okay, now is it inside the triangle? So let's paint the triangle in blue, dark blue, and you can see that the kangaroo gets painted. So he is inside the triangle, right? So not inside the triangle is can't be correct, right? So what about the square? Is it the inside the square or outside the square, right? So we can paint the square in red, right? So, and you can see that the kangaroo is also gets painted in red. So that means it is also inside the circle, right? So the square, right? Inside the square, inside the triangle, but not inside the circle. So the answer has to be C. Okay. All right. So let's move on to the next question. Now, you need to pause the video and do the question, right? Sita has a rectangular bar of chocolate with lines drawn parallel to the sides forming small squares. Yeah, this is how the chocolate bars are, slabs, right? And she shares it with her sister by breaking off an entire row of 5 small squares for her. Right. So here's the bar before she broke this row to her sister, and here is that row she uh, broke and gave to her sister, and this row had 5. It has 5, and the remaining chocolate bar has 35. Right, 35. So then, what's the total that the entire bar has? So it is 35 plus 5, which is 40, right? Very easy problem, right? 40. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Two rectangles overlap, and the overlapped area is 40 square centimeters, right? So that means this area is 40 square centimeters. The area of the eight-sided polygon, I see. So there's an eight-sided polygon, right? You see, here's one side. Okay, that didn't come out right. So here's one side, uh, another side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6, 7, 8. That's the eight-sided polygon. All right, eight-sided polygon. Right? And this area is 160 square centimeters. Right? What is some of the areas, the rectangles, right? So, so now oh, let me share, okay, shade these areas, right? Then it'll be easy for us to see, right? Okay, now we have a blue area, red area, and an orange area, right? So some of the area of the rectangles is what? It is actually, you can see that this area, right, is equal to, sorry, okay, yeah, blue area, the common area, plus the green area, plus the orange area. Sorry about the disturbing sound. I can't do anything about it, right? Plus, right? Now we need to add that blue area again, right? Because why is that? Because this blue area plus the green area is one rectangle, this one, and the other one actually is orange area plus the blue area, right? So then this area, which area? So this one. So this actually the what do you mean now, the eight-sided polygon. So that's actually blue, green, orange. That's given as 160, right? And so 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 these three areas, right? That's given as, it is the area of the eight-sided polygon plus the blue area, which is 40. 40 plus 160 is 200, and that is the answer, right? Okay, so that's it. And I'll see you in the next video, the medium questions 11 to 20 in SMC 2023. Okay, all right, take care.